tide rolls gentle over the pier. Moonlight drapes the restless sea. I watch the water pull and vanish like the pieces you left to me. The wind hums soft through empty mast, a lullaby for drifting souls. I feel the current take me farther from the life I used to know. I've been adrift 1,000 nights through storm and silver haze. Each wave a whisper of your absence, a map of long lost days. The stars reflect in broken ripples, a God I cannot read. I chase the phantom of your laughter through waters that misled. I thought that love would be my anchor, but the ocean knows no chain. It lifts me high, then pulls me under, and leaves me in the rain. The lighthouse flickers on the shoreline, but I never see its beam. I'm carried through the driftwood waters, and I wake inside a dream. This is my driftwood ballad, sung beneath the silver sky. No sails, no map, no harbor lights, just me, the sea, and why. Every mile I move away feels closer to goodbye. Still I sing this driftwood ballad till the ocean runs dry. I remember you beside me, a warmth I can't reclaim. The world was small and full of wonder until it called your name. Now all that's left are scattered echoes of nights we can't restore. I float among the silent shadows of the life we had before. The seagulls cry, but all for nothing. The foam tastes bitter on my lips. I search for signs in the horizon where hope and sorrow mix. Every driftwood log becomes a message, a letter I can't read. I hold it close, but it slips away like a whisper of my need. This is my driftwood ballad, sung beneath the silver sky. No sails, no map, no harbor lights, just me, the sea, and why. Every mile I move away feels closer to goodbye. Still I sing this driftwood ballad till the ocean runs dry. Maybe one day I'll find a shore where your voice is waiting there. But tonight I float in memory with salt upon my hair. The tides have taken all my bearings, but not the love I've known. I drift, I sing, I search for answers. In the night I call my own. This is my driftwood ballad, sung beneath the silver sky. No sails, no map, no harbor lights, just me, the sea, and why. Every mile I move away feels closer to goodbye. Still I sing this driftwood ballad till the ocean runs dry. The moonlight fades, the dawn arrives, the tide returns to high. But in my heart the song keeps drifting like lanterns on the tide. I carry with me every echo, every wave, every sigh, and still I sing this driftwood ballad. Half the page is torn or missing, but the silence still aligns. A candle flickers on the table, casting shadows on the wall. I read the words you never spoke and hear your quiet call. You wrote in glances, not in ink, love softly without sound. I tried to chase each fleeting line, but they never could be found. Each page I turn reminds me of a life we never shared, of dreams we folded in the dark, of moments we both scared. Your handwriting curls like rivers through valleys of regret. I trace the letters with my fingers, trying not to forget the echoes of the laughter, the sighs behind your eyes, all the love we kept inside on pages torn from quiet hearts. Pages torn from quiet hearts, words we lost before the start, stories buried deep beneath the lines we didn't dare to breathe. I read between the scars we made, every secret we delayed on pages torn from quiet hearts, where a silence played its part. I close the book but feel it pulse, your presence in the air. The room is filled with what you left, a fragile, empty prayer. I try to write but find my hands can't capture what you gave. 1,000 letters left unsent, 1,000 nights we braved. Your voice is in the inkless spaces between the lines I can't read. A gentle ghost, a quiet flame, a longing and a need. And though you're gone, the pages linger with stories no one knew. Love expressed in hushed whispers, in every shade of blue. Pages torn from quiet hearts, words we lost before the start, stories buried deep beneath the lines we didn't dare to breathe. I read between the scars we made, every secret we delayed on pages torn from quiet hearts, where a silence played its part. Maybe some love lives this way, quiet hidden, never loud. A garden that the world can't see, growing soft beneath the cloud. But I will guard each fragile page and let your memory stay, a book of things we couldn't say, a love that found its way. Pages torn from quiet hearts, words we lost before the start, stories buried deep beneath the lines we didn't dare to breathe. I read between the scars we made, every secret we delayed on pages torn from quiet hearts, where a silence played its part. I close a notebook, lights go dim. Your name remains with me in every pause, in every breath, in every unspoken plea. The pages torn from quiet hearts hold all we couldn't say, and I will carry them forever. as I walk into the day. There's a glow upon the mountains, faint and fading through the night. Silent embers far away, painting shadows with their light. I walk the path we used to wander, where your laughter used to ring. Now the quiet feels much louder than the warmth you used to bring. The winds are cold but somehow gentle, like they're scared to let me know that the fires burning yonder aren't the ones we used to hold. Distant fires on quiet hills, burning where the night stands still. I watch them flicker, watch them fade like memories I can rebuild. Every spark reminds me when we swore our hearts would never chill. But now I'm left with only shadows and distant fires on quiet hills. The grass is damp beneath my footsteps, moonlight trembling on the blades. Every breath becomes a whisper of a truth I long betrayed. You wanted more than fading warmth, I offered less than you deserved. You were a wildfire in my veins, I was a match that never burned. Now all the flames I see tonight are echoes of the ones we sparked, reflections of a love undone, left smoldering in the dark. The hills remember every promise that my heart forgot to keep. Now I watch the sparks in silence, where our dreams were laid to sleep. Distant fires on quiet hills, burning where the night stands still. I watch them flicker, watch them fade like memories I can't rebuild. Every spark reminds me when we swore our hearts would never chill. But now I'm left with only shadows and distant fires on quiet hills. If I could run into the night and gather every flame I see, I'd build a fire strong enough to guide your heart back home to me. But distant fires stay distant still, no matter how the longing grows. They burn for someone else's story, not the one we used to know. Distant fires on quiet hills, burning where the night stands still. I watch them flicker, watch them fade like memories I can't rebuild. Every spark reminds me when we swore our hearts would never chill. But now I'm left with only shadows and distant fires on were drifting slow. Every ripple whispers softly all the truths I used to know. I stand alone beside the shoreline, letting night unwind my chest. The ocean holds 1,000 memories that refuse to stay at rest. Your voice is somewhere in the distance, carried gently by the tide. I try to reach, but all I'm holding is the ache you left inside. Moonlight on broken waves, reflecting every scar we made. I'm searching for a sign of you in the stories that the currents gave. The night is cold, the sea is wide. I feel you here, then pulled aside. Moonlight on broken waves where our goodbyes still collide. The foam draws patterns in the sand, like letters you would write to me. But tide comes in and steals them back, just like you slip from destiny. I hear your laughter in the darkness, fading as the hours pass. A haunting song of what we lost, trapped beneath the ocean's glass. And though the moonlight tries to guide me through the wreckage of our past, I keep on sinking into memories of a love that didn't last. The stars reflect our gentle failures, like constellations torn apart. Every shimmer on the water echoes pieces of my heart. Moonlight on broken waves, reflecting every scar we made. I'm searching for a sign of you in the stories that the currents gave. The night is cold, the sea is wide. I feel you here, then pulled aside. Moonlight on broken waves where our goodbyes still Maybe love is like an ocean, constant yet always drifting far. Maybe we were never meant to chase forever where we are. But still I'd swim 1,000 tides just to hear your name again, even if the waves would drag me where beginnings never end. Moonlight on broken waves, reflecting every scar we made. I'm searching for a sign of you in the stories that the currents gave. The night is cold, the sea is wide. I feel you here, then pulled aside. Moonlight on broken waves where our goodbyes still collide. As dawn begins to touch the water, I whisper one last quiet plea. The waves return it with an echo. Your final goodbye to me. Ticks past 3 a.m. Shadows crawling on the walls. Strings hum softly in the silence where the night around me calls. Coffee is cold, the window fogged, final crackles in its groove. Every note I try to play feels like nothing left to prove. I strum the chords that once felt right, but now they tremble under weight. The lyrics spill like empty bottles on the floor of my own state. Your voice is gone, but still I hear it, a ghost beneath my skin. Every word a hollow echo of the life we never penned. But a broken spark. I used to find myself in music, but now it only brings the ache of hours spent chasing shadows of a love I couldn't take. Hollow notes and heavy eyes, every melody alive, singing truths I cannot face in the silence of this place. Tired hands and sleepless skies, counting tears the morning hides. Hollow notes and heavy eyes, where our broken memory lies. The room feels smaller than it should. Each corner hides a memory, a photograph that's faded badly of everything you were to me. I reach for words I cannot speak. I try to make the night behave, but nothing heals the soundless sorrow. Nothing saves the soul we gave. Every string beneath my fingers feels like steel beneath my skin. The music trembles with my heartbeat and reminds me of what's been. I close my eyes, the song continues, even though I cannot play. The notes drift off into the darkness where our past is left to stay. Hollow notes and heavy eyes, every melody alive, singing truths I cannot face in the silence of this place. Tired hands and sleepless skies, counting tears the morning hides. Hollow notes and heavy eyes, where our broken memory lies. If I could let the music guide me through the hours I can't escape, I'd find the peace I lost that evening when the night refused to break. But strings are frayed and voices gone, and all that's left is ache. The melody is hollow now, like every choice we didn't make. Hollow notes and heavy eyes, every melody alive, singing truths I cannot face in the silence of this place. Tired hands and sleepless skies, counting tears the morning hides. clock ticks past 4 a.m. The strings are quiet, still and warm. I lie awake, the notes still floating in the dark before the dawn. Hollow notes and heavy eyes. The song that never dies, it lingers in the shadows where my restless spirit lies. Soft and trembling in the rain, shadows dancing on the pavement, like they're calling out my name. The night is quiet, holding memories of the love we couldn't tame, and everything grew cold the moment when the lanterns lost their flame. We used to walk these streets together, hand in hand through autumn air. The city lights would bow before you, as if you owned the evening there. Your laughter warmed the darkest corners, turned the silence into gold. But even warmth can fade to winter. Even fires can grow cold. I trace the path our footsteps painted, though the echoes start to blur. I still remember how you held me, like the world belonged to us. But time can be a silent thief that steals the glow we tried to save. And now I wander through the shadows of a light I couldn't brave. When the lanterns lost their flame, everything just was insane. The night grew colder on my skin, like it whispered out your name. I tried to hold on to the spark, but all the colors slid to gray. When the lanterns lost their flame, you slowly slipped away. The river mirrors fading brightness, ripples hiding every truth. Your reflection used to shimmer, filled with dreams we built in youth. But now the water feels much deeper, dark and distant, cold and wide, like all the space that grew between us. softer as I stand beneath the frame of empty lanterns barely swinging in a night that won't rename. And though their light is gone forever, I still carry all the blame for losing you the moment when the lanterns lost their flame. Static hums through broken speakers, rain taps gently on the glass. Your song's not playing anymore, just echoes from the past. I sit alone beside the window, listen to the storm outside. Every drop a gentle rhythm where your memories reside. Tune the dial again and again, hoping for your voice to play. But all I find are empty frequencies that whisper things you'd never say. The coffee's cold, the night is long, the radio breathes inside us. I hear the hum of what valley where all our songs came from. And though the night will pass and end, I know I'll always find your memory in the silence. Night wind crawling through the highway, oceans fading in the rain. Headlights cut through empty memories as I drive through all the pain. This road has seen 1,000 echoes of the words we couldn't save, and now I'm chasing every shadow of a love I couldn't break. The dashboard hums your favorite song, one we used to sing at dawn, but now the melody feels hollow, just a ghost that lingers on. Your sweater's folded on the backseat, still holding warmth that isn't mine. And though I've tried to keep on driving, every mile rewinds the time. We built our home on brittle hours, soft promises that couldn't stay. And every crack along this highway feels like the things I couldn't say. You asked me once if hearts remember, even when they close the door. I never knew how much it mattered till I reached this nevermore. On the road that leads to nevermore, where broken dreams still line the floor. I'm searching through the dark for you, but you're not there anymore. The signs all point to letting go, but I keep driving through the storm. On the road that leads to nevermore, where your goodbye keeps me warm. The moon hangs heavy over asphalt, a tired watcher in the night. I keep imagining you beside me, bathed in pale and gentle light. Your laugh, your tears, your little whispers all replay until they blur. I chase the echo of your heartbeat through the places we once were. The radio speaks in static pulses, like it's trying to confess that some love stories end too quiet, leaving nothing to address. I grip the wheel a little tighter, as though the road can fill the void, but all I find are empty spaces. fades into silence, I'll keep driving after her. For some hearts heal and some hearts wander, mine's the kind that can't restore. So I'll keep traveling forever on the road to nevermore. Slowly sinking, painting gold on fading days. Shadows stretch like old reminders of the words we couldn't say. The quiet breeze moves through the valley, carrying whispers soft and sly. I hear your name inside the silence, in echoes beneath the amber sky. We used to meet where dusk was gentle, kissed your face. Now all that's left are dying colors, fading into empty space. The world around me keeps on turning, but I'm stuck in yesterday, chasing pictures in the sunset of a love that slipped away. I walk the path we carved together, through tall grass and whispered dreams. Every footstep feels much heavier than the truth behind the scenes. You told me once that hearts remember, even when they learn to hide. Now mine repeats you like a heartbeat, even traces of your name, like phantom warmth within the twilight, that I try but can't reclaim. Your silhouette still stains the horizon, where the sun and darkness meet, a fading shape that walks beside me. In the rhythm of my feet, echoes beneath the amber sky, calling from the days gone by. I hear you in the falling light, like a promise running dry. The evening glows, but I grow cold, searching for the warmth we sold. Echoes beneath the amber sky, where I last saw you unfold. If I could paint the sky again the way you used to paint my days, I'd fill the fading light with hope and drown the sorrow in its blaze. But twilight doesn't wait for love, and colors never stay for long. They fade like all the words we whispered when our hearts believe they're The final glimmer slowly dims as stars begin to claim the night, but still I linger in the shadows, chasing remnants of your light. And though the sky forgets your color, and dust no longer tells me why, I'll always hear your distant whisper in echoes beneath the amber sky. Leather creaks beneath my shoulders, a jacket worn from nights alone. The engine hums a low confession of roads I traveled on my own. Streetlights flicker in the distance like memories that won't let go. I hear your name in every whisper in the places I used to know. Voice still rides the backseat shadows, a ghost between the seats and glass. Every corner holds a fragment of a love I couldn't make last. Cigarette smoke curls like questions I never dared to ask aloud. And every mile I drive in silence feels like you're still in the crowd. The dashboard hums our favorite song, a melody that breaks my chest. I reach for it, but it eludes me, like all the dreams we left unblessed. Your jacket still hangs on the chair, your laughter lingers in the air. echoes wrapped in leather, still whispering your name. Oh yeah. The neon signs blur through my visor, like everything I failed to hold. The towns repeat their tired stories of hearts too timid to be bold. I think of nights beneath the skyline when we promised we'd never fall. But promises are fragile weapons that shatter on the quiet wall. The wind carries distant laughter from strangers unaware of me. I feel your hand brush mine in memory, a touch I'll never see. The road stretches on like forever, and yet I'm standing still. Every hollow mile reminds me of what I lost against my will. Echoes wrapped in leather, faded love stitched in the seams. Your shadow rides beside me in the corners of my dreams. I wear the past like armor, but it cuts me just the same. These echoes wrapped in leather, still whispering your name. If this jacket could forget you, I'd burn it in the night. But every crease and fold remembers every time I held you tight. I ride through streets in endless hours, hoping the echoes fade, but they're stitched into the leather and into every choice I made. Echoes wrapped in leather, faded love stitched in the seams. Your shadow rides beside me in the corners of my dreams. I wear the past like armor, but it cuts me just the same. These echoes wrapped in leather, still whispering your name. Oh yeah. I park beneath the city skyline. The engine hums its final tune. I walk into the quiet evening under the pale, forgiving moon. And though the night may take my echo, your memory stays the same, bound forever in my leather, whispering your name. The tide rolls gentle over the pier. Moonlight drapes the restless sea. I watch the water pull and vanish like the pieces you left to me. The wind hums soft through empty mast, a lullaby for drifting souls. I feel the current take me farther from the life I used to know. I've been adrift 1,000 nights through storm and silver haze. Each wave a whisper of your absence, a map of long lost days. The stars reflect in broken ripples, a God I cannot read. I chase the phantom of your life